Mr. Prime Minister, thank you very much for being with us. Let me ask you, first of all, when you first started this relationship with Greece, this is about 7-8 years ago, did you ever think it would become so close?
Actually, I thought that it was unnatural that it wasn't that close, because Israel and Greece and Cyprus are three democracies at the eastern edge of the Mediterranean. We have common cultural roots. Jewish and Greek culture basically form the basis of modern Western civilization. I thought it was absurd that we weren't close, that we were distant for reasons that didn't make any sense. So when I met Papandreou by accident in a restaurant in Moscow.
So this is true, there was an accident, how it all started.
I went to the Pushkin Cafe after a visit, finishing a visit in Moscow, and I was sitting with my wife, and some waiter came over and said, you know, the Prime Minister of Greece would like to talk to you. I said, by all means. And we started having a conversation. We were the last people in the restaurant, kept them open. And it immediately followed that there was every logic to form this bond, cultural, economic, security, tourism, every conceivable reason to do so, and no reason not to do so. And shortly after Papandreou came to Israel, I came here, and the rest, I don't want to say is history, because we're making history in the process, but it seems so natural today, and through changing administrations, it's a solid bond.
And how has the relationship evolved over this time, in your opinion? I mean,
first of all, a lot of Israelis have come here. About 400,000 Israelis go to Greece every year, and that's up an enormous percentage. Multiples, and also to Cyprus. Secondly, our military has, on occasion, joint exercises, and we cooperate on the questions of terrorism. Third, we are discussing now something which, if it materializes, has, I think, tremendous possibilities for all our countries, and that is an Eastern Mediterranean pipeline that would connect the gas fields of Israel and Cyprus through Greece to Italy and to Europe. And fourth is everything else, and we're doing just about everything else, including on this visit we discussed the internship of young Greek and Cypriot students and engineers in Israeli, not only Israeli universities, in Israeli high-tech companies. And this is the best form of technology transfer that I know.
Give us a sense of the energy potential the area has, because there's a lot of talk about this all over the world. And why are Cyprus, Greece, and Israel linked in that way?
We have gas reserves, substantial gas reserves in Israel that are already proven. Proven gas reserves, smaller but still substantial in Cyprus. Possible gas reserves off the shore of Crete. So we're talking about big reserves that can go naturally to a European market. If we pool our resources together, it'll cost a lot less to build a pipeline for potential companies than for either one of us alone. So this obviously makes sense.
And the East Med, when do you think it's going to be a final decision whether it's feasible or not? And is that mutually exclusive with the pipeline going through Turkey?
No. We have enough gas to support multiple pipelines. The Eastern Mediterranean pipeline was considered a fantasy a year and a half ago. And since then, we've begun to explore it more systematically and scientifically. There was an initial survey done by a Greek company, actually a Greek-Italian company, and they came back and they said, no, it's feasible, and it's doable, and it's profitable. So now we're going to the next phase, and we're going to check it even more carefully, but if it's a go, we'll go.
As you know, there's a looming crisis in the horizon because Cyprus has announced there will be some drilling. Turkey has made some statements about that. Are you concerned about tension in the area?
Well, we always hope that things will be resolved peacefully.
And you think the Cyprus issue is going to be resolved, should be resolved?
Well, it's been 44 years, I think, something like that. If you can finish it in the next 4 months, we'll be delighted, believe me.
And how much further do you think the security relationship could develop?